Hey everybody, Josh Larson here with the Rage Real Estate team. Just want to give you a brief market update so that you're informed as to what's actually going on in the local Denver metro real estate market. So, in COVID, as you remember, housing got off to a completely unsustainable, skyrocketing pace. We were seeing appreciation year over year of upwards of 20%. And if it were to continue at that pace, eventually the housing market would crash because we can't do that for an indefinite amount of time. And so one of the things that the Fed is doing by increasing interest rates is trying to protect the housing market. And by increasing the Fed rate, they are also, by extension, increasing mortgage rates. And now the 30-year fixed mortgage rate is around 7.5%. And we're expecting that to continue climbing for a while. Maybe not at the steep pace that we've been seeing, but higher nonetheless. And so that's going to have an impact that is having an impact on the real estate market, and it's actually helping the real estate market avoid a crash. And so I'm going to talk about three major metrics to look at as you're looking at the local real estate market. The first of those is inventory, the second one is price, and the third one is affordability. So first, with inventory, we are seeing climbing inventory right now. Not because more sellers are putting their homes on the market, but because homes are remaining on the market long enough to be counted, which is new. As I'm sure you remember, we were seeing homes disappear from the inventory on their first weekend. And so now they're not, and now they're sticking around long enough for us to count them. So our inventory, our active inventory, is climbing from 1,500, which is what we're used to seeing, to now 5,000 homes in our active inventory. This trend will continue until lenders continue to roll out new products that help buyers in a high interest rate environment. Sellers adjust their expectations, and buyers learn to leverage what options are available to them, which is in another video that we've put together that you can click on and watch. Secondly, we want to talk about prices. In a market like this one, the prices of homes are going to come down. Now, they're not going to crash. The real estate market isn't crashing, but prices are going to correct. We're going to see them adjust downward, and we always do this time of year. We've talked about seasonality. We always see home prices come down a little bit in the fall. And right now, home prices are down about 10% from where they were in the spring. However, from this time last year, they're still up 13% overall. And so we're still higher than we were a year ago. Sellers can still sell and make a profit. They're still going to realize a profit in their sale, mostly. But they are down 10% from where they were in the spring. The third metric is affordability. What is affordability? That just asks the question, can the average household afford the average payment on a home? So typically we want to see that below 30%, which is how much of a home's income is going to the mortgage payment. We want that to be around 30%. Ideally, we want it to be below 30%. As it creeps up to 30% and our recent high of 32%, it starts to feel unaffordable, and you start to hear people talking about how unaffordable Denver is at that 30% mark. Well, if the median price on a home in Denver is around the mid $600,000 range, and the average household income in Denver is in the low $100,000 range, that translates to an affordability metric of 50%, which is unaffordable for a lot of people, or at least it feels unaffordable for a lot of people. And so to get around affordability and to work with this current environment of high interest rates, lenders are having to roll out new products that make that monthly mortgage payment more feasible for buyers. And you're going to see more and more of those products come out, and we're going to be telling you about them as they do come out. And in fact, we have a whole nother video devoted to that topic. But as the Fed continues to raise interest rates, it's going to put more and more pressure on that number, and sellers are going to have to respond to that by reducing their prices so that buyers can afford to buy their homes. Now, what does all of this have to do with you? What does this mean to us as we start to move forward in this market? First thing to take away is interest rates are going to rise. Lenders are going to roll out more and more products to help you adapt to this higher interest rate environment. So be on the lookout for new products from the mortgage industry. Secondly, people are still going to have to move. Regardless of what's going on with interest rates, people are still going to buy and sell homes just like they always have. They were buying and selling homes back in the 80s when interest rates were as high as 17%. They're going to be able to buy homes at 7% and 8%. It's still going to happen. And if you're in a situation due to family circumstances or job transfer or anything else, reach out to us and we can help you put a plan together, even in a market like this one, that will help you accomplish your goals and either buy or sell a home when you need to do it. And then third, we're going to get a lot of questions about foreclosures. Are there foreclosures out there? Right now, no, and we're not expecting to see a lot of foreclosures hit the market. Most of the foreclosures that are happening right now, in very small numbers, they are happening. When they do happen, they go to the open market at auction and are bought by cash buyers. We're not seeing the waves of foreclosures that we saw in 2008 because most people are sitting on positive equity in their home, and even by putting their home on the market at a lower price than they were expecting, they can still sell their home and walk away with cash and don't need to go through a foreclosure. So if you've got any questions related to any of that stuff or other questions that we didn't address in this video, please feel free to reach out at any time. We're having lots of conversations with folks right now. We love this topic and are happy to answer any questions we have. Thanks for watching.